Hello, Steve Mills, the Prudent Marketer here, and welcome to the Association of Prudent Marketing's weekly video. Thank you ever so much for being here, and thank you for your continuing membership of the association. I really hope these videos are providing value for you, and they're only really going to provide value if you take action. As I know I say every single week, I want to be your coach, albeit from video. I want to be your mentor, the person that pushes you forward and gets you to take action. That, pain in the you-know-what every week who's going on about you raising your game. We all need a good coach. I remember from my table tennis days, we need a good coach. Everybody has a good coach in sport. Andy Murray, Roger Federer, whoever, they all have coaches. A lot of these top tennis players have multiple coaches for multiple things. And I really hope you see me as your coach going forward. So this week, I want to talk to you about something I call the multiplier effect. If you're going to improve in sport, if I want to become a better table tennis player back in my day, it wasn't just about improving my forehand. If I did, that was great. But it was about improving my all-round game, my level of fitness, my speed, my stamina, my backhand, my forehand, my serve, my return of serve, my topspin, my everything. And if I could do that, it was often much easier. If I could get like a little bit of improvement, a 5% here, a 10% there, get an overall improvement, it was often better than, improving my forehand by 50%, let's say. So that's the message of today. Now, from a business and particularly from a marketing point of view, what I've got for you is something I call the 5C's. Now, I've been teaching and preaching this for a long, long time. And the reason for that is it's something I really believe in. So the 5C's are simply this. You probably gather I'm reading from something here, so I'll make sure I get them in the right order. Getting a little bit punchy in the old age. The first one is crowd. Let me ask you a question. Whatever you turn over right now, I'll just use a figure of £500,000. Yeah, maybe over, maybe less. It depends. Okay, £500,000. And most of that is coming out of a crowd of people that are your market. They're your market. So let's say, for example, your market was hotels in Hampshire, right? You serve hotels that are in Hampshire. That's your target market. And there are, I don't know, let's just hypothetically say there are 10,000 hotels in Hampshire. But you have only got 5,000 of those on your database. So would it make sense that if you could double the size of your database from 5,000 to 10,000 so that you were marketing to your whole market, that you could potentially double the size of your business just by doubling the number of people that you're marketing to? Be that on, whether that's making twice as many phone calls, sending out twice as many emails or letters, or you're on LinkedIn if you doubled your LinkedIn database, could you double the amount of business that you're currently winning on LinkedIn, particularly if you exported them and did all the effective marketing that I often talk about. So yeah, it's going to take time. You're not just going to go and buy a database and all of a sudden double your business. That's not how it works. It takes time to build up your reputation, become a KPI, a key person of influence or a key business of influence, build your reputation with these new people. But eventually, give or take 10, 20, 30%, you can make significant improvements just by doubling your database. So once you've done that, the next stage I call capture. I also call it coffee. And by that, what I mean is going for coffee. And what that means is, it may be actually going and speaking to people and having a coffee with them or meeting them somewhere and, physically getting in touch and meeting up. But it could also mean, giving them a free book, a report that you've written, sending them a video like this one that you've produced, and getting some form of reciprocation, something back. So I send you an email with a report that I've written on remarketing, and you come back to me and say, thanks ever so much, Steve. Really interested in reading your report, and please feel free to keep in touch. That's going for coffee, yeah. So it's something back from them, not just you sending something out, but something coming back from them. So that's sort of step 2. So the next step is convert. And again, I loosely call it, getting your first date, from a dating point of view. You go for a coffee and then you got to move it on and go out on a proper date, and we want a proper date here. So that is definitely where you meet in a more formal environment. You've got a meeting with them. They're here to talk about their business and how you can help them. That's really the next stage. So if you could, how many meetings do you have, or did you have, maybe in the last quarter? And what would it be possible to try to double that? Could you, if you're having 1 meeting a week or 2 meetings a week, could you get that to 4 new client meetings per week, or prospect meetings? I tend to call them new client meetings because I'm always optimistic. Maybe that's the target for you. Double your database, double the interactions that you've got, the capture, and double the conversion of those capture into meetings. Because if somebody emails me and says, thanks for sending me that report, it was brilliant, Steve, really enjoyed it, do keep in touch, is that not a code word for I'm interested? And perhaps if I got back to them and phoned them up and said, look, why don't we meet up just to, is it worth meeting up to talk about your business and what you're doing in your marketing, what's working and what's not, and just maybe see if there's anything we can do to help you further. Would that be worthwhile? I'm sure you get the picture. The next step is turning all that goodwill, that reputation, that, meetings and so on and so forth into cash. What is your conversion rate? I know I've said this on previous emails because it is so important. What is your conversion rate from lead to meeting, from meeting to sale? And lastly, oh, by the way, out of that conversion rate, if you could improve it, say from 40%, so you convert 4 meetings out of 10 to 6 meetings out of 10, that's a 20% increase that produces a 50% growth in the business. I hope you get that. And lastly, continuity. What could you do to, once somebody's bought from you, to keep them in that buying cycle, buying from you again and again and again? What could you do to get people to sign up onto a program? Most of the people that work with me are on a program. They pay me money every single month, be it, £15 a month for the association or the academy or one of my higher level programs. They pay me money every month, and that money just keeps coming in. And if you can look at your business from that point of view and turn it into that ongoing income, then so much the better. So I don't know, you run a carpet cleaning company where people only need their carpet cleaning done once per year, but instead of signing up just occasionally, you run some sort of program where they pay, I don't know, whatever it is, £10-15 a month, let's say, and then every year you're going to come in and clean their carpets or whatever that may be. So they don't get hit with a £250 bill for their carpets cleaned. They just pay a monthly fee, and then you come back once a year and clean their carpets. Even a business that's like a one-shot sale, like a carpet cleaning, you could create an ongoing amount of income. I hope you get that message. So that's about it. If you could double your crowd, double your capture, double your conversion rate, double your cash, so double the number of meetings that you turn into sales, and double your continuity, you know, what does that work out at? That's doubling your business, doubling it again, doubling it again. You get the picture. Okay. So, you know, I don't know whether that's possible for you, but I do know there's a 40, 50, 30, 20%, maybe a 60% increase in each of those would pay for this program about 1,000 times over. But as ever, you know, if you go and play it well and think, well, that was really interesting, Steve, yeah, it ain't gonna work for you guys. It really isn't. So, you know, it's all about taking action. So thank you ever so much for listening. Go and do this. Go and, you know, maybe kick off with your database. Let's, you know, in the next month, let's work on doubling that database and getting your business to where you really want it to go. It won't happen overnight, but if you take action, little actions to improve, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So take that first step. Thank you very much for listening.